to battle because it says you haven't been trained. And Goliath has been trained since he was a kid. Essentially, this guy's been to seminary and been training to be a pastor his whole life. This guy, you haven't even read the Bible more than once. What's wrong with you? Right? Was it because he had his parents' blessing in order to fight this battle? No. If you look in verse 17 and 18, he did not have his parents' blessing. His dad told him, take this food and this water to your brothers. That's it. He didn't say, go fight for Israel. Go take this food and come back and do your job, which I've made for you, which is you are going to be a shepherd your whole life. I know we only have a few sheep. We've got maybe 4 or 5 sheep. But you need to take care of them because you're the youngest, it's going to be your job. So he did not have his parents' blessing. Did he have his brother's blessing? No. We see in verse 28, his brother said, why are you here? You're an evil kid. You're here just because you want to watch the battle and watch me die. That's why you're here. Right? Was it because he was scary looking? Right? Some people are very scary looking. And they're good for fighting. Because when you see them, you're like, oh, I don't want to fight that guy. Right? It's like back in the day. I used to have hair. Right? And my hair was parted on the side. Right? I would comb it this way. Just like my dad. Right? Comb it this way. And when I walk around in Costco, right, I push my cart, nobody moves. Nobody moves. ผมพยายามเดินใน Costco ไม่มีใครให้ทางเลยมันขวางทางทุกที right? But all of a sudden, I shave my head. I shave my head like this. And now when I walk in Costco, nobody stands in my way. They move. They move. It's very interesting. Very interesting. Right? Before people look at me, right? They stare at me like, when I had my hair like that, my beautiful hair, like this young man right here, who I think I know, all right? And, but now, with my shaved head, they look at me, I look at them, they look away. Huh? Was David scary looking? No. In verse 42, it says he was handsome. Handsome meaning, you're not supposed to be a soldier. You go be with your mom. You're handsome. Okay? Did he have the best weapons? No. If you look in verse 49, he did not have the best weapons. He couldn't even hold a spear. He couldn't wear any armor. All he had was rocks. And had he been in many battles? No. The most thing he could brag about was fighting a bear and a lion. And it was probably a small lion. You know what I mean? But you know, when you tell the story, it's always a big lion, right? It's like church. How many people were at church? Oh, there was like 100 people there. But usually there's like 50. Right? Right? So what types of things did David possess that made God choose him? Not he was the oldest. He wasn't a school soldier. He did not have his parents' blessing. He did not have his brother's blessing. He was not scary looking. He did not have the best weapons. He had not been in any battles. What did David have? God. He had God, but not only did he have God, little brother, and I'm just assuming I'm older than you, okay? But he had the willingness to go. And what made David go? Let me ask you, what made David actually take the field of battle? Did he have a plan that day? What made him take the field of battle? We read this whole chapter. I read it for you. I didn't make you even read it. You had a day off. Right? What made David go out there? อะไรทำให้เดวิดออกไปสู้กับกอลิอัธ
Smack talk.
Smack talk กอลิอัธเขาพูดไม่ดีกับคนของเดวิดพระเจ้าของเดวิดพูดไม่ดีพูดสิ่งที่ไม่ดีเขาคิดว่าเขาแน่กว่าพระเจ้า It was that smack talk. Goliath spoke bad about David's God, about David's people, about David. And that is what made David, I don't care. I cannot stand this. It's been 40 days. This guy, blah, 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 talking bad about God. to do anything around here. And so the youngest, the least equipped, took the field, grabbed 5 stones. He wasn't even the most secure. If he was confident, he would have grabbed 1 stone, right? 1, I got him. Watch, I'm going to hit him with this 1. No, he grabbed 5. I'm sure he would have grabbed 10 again if there was such thing as pockets. But there wasn't. Just pouch. You cannot move with a pouch of rocks. Try it. It's very hard. I've tried it. Right? But that guy was talking bad about God. ดูถูกพระเจ้า Thank you, Auntie. I love you so much. Right? I read that story and you've read that story before. Now let me read you something also very familiar. It says, on Easter Sunday in 1973, the first worship service of the Thai Community Church in Hollywood was held in the chapel of the Mount Hollywood Congregational Church in Los Angeles, with 40 persons present, of which 15 were Thai. The Reverend Soon Il Kim was the senior pastor, with the Reverend Bajor Dechawan as associate pastor at John Bajor. I know him. He's a legend. He's one of the famous pastors I grew up with. People had Billy Graham. People had Rick Warren. People had Charles Stanley. I didn't know any of those people. I had Ajahn Bajor, Ajahn Kite, Ajahn Sawai. Those were my big 3. Because that's who I knew growing up. Right? And my dad wasn't a preacher yet. It says worship was held at 2 p.m. every Sunday, followed by Sunday school and dinner. Most of the Thai Christians who founded our church were originally members of the Church of Christ in Thailand. So the church became a member of Pฆฤศจ, Bangkok of the CCT. But distance and communication proved difficult for this relationship. So in November 1981, when the Reverend Ajahn Bajor became pastor, the church moved its membership to the Presbytery of the Pacific. In September 1988, the church had outgrown the chapel at the Mount Hollywood Congregational Church, so we moved to share the facility as partnership in mission with the First Presbyterian Church, El Monte, in the Presbytery of San Gabriel. We changed our name to the First Thai Presbyterian Church in the USA. Since 1973, our dream has been to have our own property. In February 1995, the year I graduated from high school, we moved to our present location of 1.86 acres, which we are purchasing for $900,000. We thank God continually for our new home. We are in debt, but we are confident God will help us with the necessary funds. What did I just read? You have 1.86 acres. My church has 2.4 acres. Is it the competition? No. But what did I just read? What did I just read? What was that? That was the history of your church. And again I say, a legendary church. A church who I have heard of my entire life, and I am thrilled to be here. My God, I can't believe it. I don't know how you guys think of your church, but I'm ecstatic to be standing. Look at this. Look at this. I'm here with you. Maybe you've forgotten what your church is. Maybe you've forgotten the history of your church, because let me tell you what's happening right now. People out there, มีคนอยู่ข้างนอกอยู่บนเนี่ย I'm not talking about people at other churches, but maybe people out there talking smack about your church. Did you know that? Oi! ได้ยิน People talking smack, they say the same things. They said the same things about my church. That church has no future. No future. คนอายุมากขึ้นหมดเสร็จภายใน10 ปี Done. That's That's what they're saying about your church. The kids at that church, the young adults at that church, the young people at that church, they don't want to do anything. They don't even want to be at that church. That church, small, keeps shrinking, shrinking, shrinking. That's the church. The original Thai church. This is what they say about your church. Not good people. Bad people. And I am standing here as your brother telling you that this is happening. And with all due respect, my question to you this morning is, which of you here are going to stand up and take the field for God in regarding your church? You say, but I'm too old. No. If you're still alive, God still has a plan for you. You say, well, I'm too young. No. Pretty much everybody in this room is not too young. Sorry. I know we want to be young. I want to be young. I'm going to take off this tie. I want to be young and I want to live in my dad's house. You know, kin som o. You know, put my kik nam som on my lat nak kai that my mom picks me up from the Thai restaurant or makes. I don't want to be young. But no, sorry. We all grew up. You're not too young anymore. You said, I haven't been taught. I don't know. This is all you need. I don't have my parents' blessing. Neither did David. They thought I was going to be a doctor. So did I. Still want to. Work's just not done yet. Got to finish the work God gave for me first at the First Southern Baptist Church of Anaheim. My brothers don't give me their blessing. My family. No, it doesn't matter. I'm not good looking enough. Look at me. You don't have to be good looking to be a pastor. In fact, the older I get, the worse looking I am, and the more effective I seem to be as a pastor. And my wife still loves me no matter what. And my aunt and my mom still tell me I'm handsome. No matter what. And I'll take it. I'll take it. You see that? It's great. I'm not equipped. I haven't ever done this before. Doesn't matter. You can do it. Because you have God. And it's time to step up for your church. This is my Bible study for you. Something familiar. I hope that something new. I hope that when you hear that the enemy is talking bad about your church, I hope that makes you mad. I know we're Thai and most of us here are Asian, so we keep that all inside. We don't พยายามแสดงออกมาไม่ดีมากเวลาแสดงออกมาต้องvery polite, very nice. And then when we walk out there, that's what we do. We're Asian, right? We're like, and then we'll tag. I hope it makes you mad. It should. But after you're mad, I hope it makes you, all of you, not just the young, although I need you, not just the old, because you've done a lot of good work already, but you're not done. But all of you, step up. Take the field of battle for Christ. I wasn't trained. I didn't go to seminary until after I became pastor. But you know what I had? I had a group of loving senior Christians come around me. I had my father help guide me and teach me. Although when I became a pastor, he got mad at me. He didn't talk to me for 2 months. That's okay. It's another story. Okay. that you can step up for this church. And I am with you. I am with you. Because you're my family. Do you hear me? The First Southern Baptist Church of Anaheim. Southern Baptists! We in Presbyterians kind of have ancient history where we don't get along. But I'm telling you that this up-and-comer, that this pastor, as long as the days that God allows me to live on this earth, I am with you. My church is with you. We will not leave you to fight alone. We will come help you if you need be. But for God's sakes, help yourselves. You can do it. Y'all smarter than me in this room. You can do it. Amen? Amen. I hope you read 1 Samuel 17 a little bit different. Ancient smack talk. God bless you guys. I think that's it. I've been going on like every day. Call told us.
ไม่เป็นไรดีขอบคุณหมอวิกเตอร์มากครับก็พอแล้วเดี๋ยวก็ทานด้วยกันก็มีโอกาสคุยกันนะครับ